when I was in middle school, listen, when I was in middle school, bruh, I had to run the mile at a track meet once. It's pretty cruel for a fat nigga, right? Who's a thrower. I was throwing, right?
Why did they make you do
Okay. Because, so what happened was in middle school, there was a track meet. So not every track meet had throwing. I say like if we probably did about, I don't remember the exact number. Let's say we did 20 track meets in middle school my 8th grade year. I say probably 3 or 4 of them didn't have throwing events. So the throwers weren't going to go. They were like, if you're a thrower and you want to go to this track meet, you have to participate in something. We're not going to run any sprints. You're not going to do, the goddamn 800, 400. You got to run the mile. Because the mile was like almost like open-ended. Like you can have as many competitors in the mile race. You know what I mean? Like you can just do whatever. It's middle school. So I was like, shit, I'm trying to go, bro. You got to understand, track meets in middle school and track meets in high school were like the best event to see new girls. Like, you got to think, a track meet, it's 10, 12, 13. It's a bunch of schools there. Schools that are close, schools that are far. You know what I mean? And you're there, you're running.
But that really don't happen until
What you mean?
state.
No, it don't.
But we grew up in 2 different cities.
Nigga, track in general, any track meet, yeah, you'll have a few that would be like probably here. But you're going to have, like, if you go to, okay, see, we're in Lexington. So let's say y'all went to.
It would probably be like 4 to 5 different schools.
Ew.
Actually, I take that back. It would probably be about 6 different schools there.
Nah, see, ours was different, bro. Like,
maybe more. Maybe I just really wasn't paying attention.
No, so don't go. There will be track meets where you'll go and it'll be like 6, 5, maybe 7 schools, and it'll be all the ones that are surrounding us, whatever, same city, right? But then you'll go to a track meet, like let's say y'all get invited to go to a school in Nicholasville or Richmond. It'll be a school from, if you went to Nicholasville, it'll be a school from maybe Wilmore, or if you go to Richmond, it might be a school from goddamn Berea or Irvine who came down to run a track meet in Richmond. Same shit when I was in E-Town. We had schools coming from Meade County and LaRue County. And you know what I'm saying? The surrounding counties would come to our track meets or other schools' track meets that were close by. So, yeah, we're going to get the Elizabethtown and the John Hart and North Hardins, but then we're getting like 5, 6 other schools like coming down here. A school from Louisville might come. A school from Lexington might come. Like, so a track meet was always going to be jumping. And after you do your event.
Track meets was always.
And after you do your event, I'm kicking it. So as a thrower, we early. So I'm throwing early, boom. I'm in the stands the rest of the day. I'm cool. I don't give a fuck what I place. Okay. I could have came in last. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to kick it. And so they was like, if you're a thrower and you want to come to this track meet, you got to participate. You got to run a mile.
You just turn into the pervert.
Yeah. So look. I remember, bro, because one of the track coaches, she was like, if you come, you got to run a mile. I was like, all right. You think I'm about to say no? You think I'm a coward? I was like, lady, you're crazy. All right? I'm going to go out here. I'm going to run this mile. I'm going to come in last place. But I'm going to be on this track meet. Because the bus ride to the track meet was always fun. Always.
Would you say you enjoy track better than football?
I enjoyed track for everything that didn't involve track.
Yeah, because that's literally the only unisex sport in school.
Yeah, we riding the bus together.
Y'all practice together.
We riding the bus together.
Hit the showers together.
No, ain't no showers. But we was riding the bus together. And they were always, boys on the left, girls on the... Come on now. Don't let it be a night where we coming back late. It's lit. We in the back. What we doing? You know what I mean? Like, bro, track was that's what made track fun. Cause I wasn't gonna, like, only reason I did track was to stay in shape after football season, give me something to do because I wasn't gonna play basketball, like whatever. I didn't give a fuck to play basketball. So I was like, shit, I do track. I wasn't gonna do wrestling. Fuck, I'm gonna do track. I'm gonna play baseball. I'm gonna do track. And I'm gonna just go throw. I ain't gotta run. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna train. I'm gonna still lift. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still be active. I'm gonna still be, interacting with teammates and shit like that. Teammates that also ran track. So it was cool from that aspect. But yeah, bro, track was like track was more like a social setting type of sport because again, not too many people really go to track meets like to watch. Like people do, you know what I'm saying? But Saturday, I'm not waking up at 10 a.m. to go to your track meet, bro. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? But for us, for the people that are participating in the events and the running and throwing and shit, nigga, we get to see new people. We get to see new talent. That was the best thing about track. But yeah, bro, I had to run that mile, bro. And I almost didn't make it. I regretted it. I regretted agreeing to run the mile once it started because I was like, oh, this is really hard. And I was like, damn, I'm running this bitch. And I didn't come in last. I did not come in last because there were other people who had came who they also made other schools. They made them run the mile. Like there was the mile that the original mile people would run, and then there was a second heat with the people who, like me, who were coming along for the ride type shit. Pretty much was a bunch of throwers. It was pretty much, it was a fat man's mile. It was a unisex fat man mile. It was boy and girl running this mile, bruh, in middle school, just so we could go to the track meet. And I don't regret it because that was one of the best bus rides there and back. So it was worth it. You know what I mean? But in the moment, I was like, oh my God, what did I get myself into? I was like, I ain't no bitch, so I ain't gonna start walking. But I started doing that run trot where you still running, like your upper body and your arms is still kind of like running motion, but your legs, you really walking. I'm dragging my feet. Yeah, I'm dragging my feet. I'm like, I'm going slow as a motherfucker. I said, I ain't gonna make it. And I was like, bro, just don't come in last, man. I'm looking behind like, there's two people behind me. Come on, bro. I'm like,
Did they start catching you?
No, they did not catch. It was two girls. They was not catching me. I'm not losing this. That's what I told homie. I was like, bro, I'm not coming in last. Everybody thought I was gonna come in last. I said, bro, I think I'm gonna come in last. I'm a fat nigga. I think I'm gonna come in last. I was like, bro, I'm not coming in last.
Well, technically you did though.
No, I didn't.
You came in last to the guys.
Fuck about the niggas. It was a unisex. That means we all equal. You know what I mean? Equality. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro.
And they do that in the Olympics now too.
I think they do have some
like
events.
4x1.
They got some relays that are unisex.
4x4 to 4x1.
I think they got like some triathlon shits where it's like interchangeable boys and girls and stuff like that. Yeah, they got some events that are definitely.
I know I seen it this past summer.
Yeah, they got a couple that are like that. Yeah, bro, I ran that mile, bro. I was, and even
Allison Phoenix was in it, and there was another chick. And then I don't know, they kept switching it up. Yeah. They wanted Shikari to run, but Shikari was like, nah, I came to do what I did.
But now I ran it though, bro. Even my coach, she was like, I'm surprised you ran it. She was like, I'm proud that you finished. And I was like, I don't need your praise, motherfucker. Like, but she was a jerk. But in my head, I was like, bro, I don't need your praise, man. Like, I came here to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did that shit. I did feel good when I got done, though. So I was like, I ran a mile, bro, in front of a crowd. You know what I'm saying? So you got people cheering you on, come on, you can do it. And I'm talking about, bro, I was down. I'm talking about, bro, when I got done, bro, I just laid on the bleachers for like 30 minutes, like, bro, I am dying, bro. Like, y'all do this every day? Like, y'all niggas run a mile?
And you never ran another one after that?
I can't remember the last time I ran a mile, bro. I don't think I ran a mile in 20 years. Like, bro, it was bad. But no, I did it though. But no.
Oh, yeah. If I get on the treadmill and I really lock in, like put a towel over it and don't look.
Yeah, but would you run it at a consistent, like what would be your speed on the treadmill? Like what would you run it at? Like would you do it more so as a time thing or more so as like a pace, like, okay, I want to maintain this pace and this heart rate while I run this mile, or you want to be like, I want to run this mile as fast as possible?
Nah, I've never done it as fast as possible. I normally do it on like a 4. About a 4.5. The last time I did it, it was about like 4.5 speed.
Yeah.
On a 2-inch on a 2.0 incline.
Okay, that's not bad.
It wasn't.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
And the crazy thing is, bro, like I shocked myself because I didn't even realize I had ran a mile. But I was just like, I was just on that, bro, and I was just locked in going. That's why I was like, it's total. I feel like for me, it's easier to run if I don't know how far I got, because then I'm thinking about it. I'm just like, come on, just get here. And then it's like mentally, I'm making myself tired because like I'm anticipating the 1 mile, like you know.
Yeah.
But when I took the towel off, bro, just to see where I was at, I was like, bro, I gotta be at a mile now, bro. I had actually went over. I did 1.3.
Damn.
Yep.
That ain't bad.
And I think the time was like 20 minutes.
It took you 20 minutes
Yeah.
to run 1 mile?
Yeah. On a 4 speed, that's not too bad. A 4 speed is kind of just like a steady pace. Just like pumping like this. It was like 20 minutes.
True. So look.
On the 2-inch incline. That surprised me.
If
I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. I was like,
but
let me
look,
put it on the incline.
if so let's say somebody was to come to you right now. They said, Eric, we got $10,000. Right? We got $10,000 and we challenge you to be able to run 2 miles in under 10 minutes. You got 10 days to train. Do you think you can run 2 miles in under 10 minutes?
With 10 days to train?
10 days to train.
Yeah.
10 days to train, $10,000 on the line.
All I gotta do is get my wind up. If I get my wind up, it's up.
Do you think you can get your wind up in 10 days to be able to run 2 miles?
No, of course not. But I know it'll be up enough to where like I could probably surprise myself, especially in like the last 200-300,
Yeah.
just hauling ass, trying to get there.
That's the last 200-300 on lap 8.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not gonna say.
I feel like I can do 4 laps in 5.
Yeah.
In 5 to 6 minutes.
Yeah.
I really do. At like a solid, a solid pace.
We can put this to a test.
And I'm not even trying to sound cocky. I know, like, the last time I weighed myself, I was 290.
If I told people how much I weigh, they wouldn't believe me. But I am losing weight. I won't say I am losing weight. I am getting there.
Yeah. I went to the doctor at the beginning of February.
Yeah.
Stepped on the scale, 290, bro. And I was mad at myself for real because I thought I felt lighter than 290.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, bro, it's time to really lock in and go harder now.
Yeah. I mean, and you got some shit to talk about.
Fucked it up.
I want I want to talk about the Shedeur Sanders shit because it's common.
Anti?
No. Anyway, but bro, my phone was open, bro, and it was one of them stupid ass reels, bro. I just clicked on it. I was, what the fuck? But no, the Shedeur Sanders shit, which we see this often. We see it common around the draft time. But I feel like this one is a little bit different. Like, just based off of what the tweet that Josina Anderson put out a couple days ago during the combine. And she said, I'm gonna read some of it. Damn, I just had it. Oh, here it is. So she said, I'm disappointed to hear that a quarterback's coach from a team drafting in the top 7 referred to Shedeur Sanders as coming off brash and arrogant. In his team interview, brash and arrogant in his team interview and making his assessment known to a number of people, per source. I'm purposely not naming this team as not to directly call the team out. I can take a guess. Probably the New York Giants because they're racist. But I'm just sharing that the coach's personal assessment is a direct opposite from how Sanders came across to many reporters in his press conference with the media at the Combine. Sanders appeared to go out of his way to acknowledge multiple media members, regardless if they were recognizable or not. He seemed cordial, polite, witty, thoughtful, along with being confident, as many athletes are. Alternately, these observations were distinctly different from how other QB prospects came off to some of the media last year in Indy. According to league sources, said QB coach seems to have issues with the culture of athletes who have broad fame and financial success before entering the NFL, and in their opinions, appear to them to have a problem. Certain athletes. I'll leave it at that. This is how pre-draft evaluations can get jacked because of evaluators who don't seemingly possess the discernment to detect intangible traits that are connected to the will and drive to win without being a stat or she got me delineated in an analytics report. All right, she won. I'm not reading no more. She's her vernacular and vocabulary is a little bit too advanced for my peon ass. She's starting to say some shit. But literally though, basically what she's saying is it's coming off a little racist.
Go to 7th grade read level.
It might be 6. God damn. She said, bro, because look, what is this word? Delineated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, delineated, right?
Yeah.
Never heard it before. Okay? Personally.
Delineated?
Never heard it. I don't know.
Quick Google search.
I see what it means in the context of what she's using it as, but I feel like she could use a bit different words more, You could have just used.
Well, I mean, she's a journalist.
Speak to me like a caveman, okay? But nonetheless.
I mean, as a frequent blogger.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I just said I was gonna start writing again, so this is good because I need to get back in my thesaurus, man.
Yeah.
I gotta start. I used to talk and write like Stephen A. Smith.
I know.
I used to get it off.
You showed me.
Yeah,
I remember I was just like, bro, this is you.
Yeah, I used to do it, and then
I was like, damn.
Then I started listening to that good old trap music. All that education went out the window. Now I speak like Rollo Rodriguez.
Basically, she's saying all that to say, this nigga sound entitled.
Yeah.
This motherfucker sound privileged.
Yeah.
This motherfucker sound like he too good.
Yep. Ungrateful.
Yep. Disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
All the above.
Yep. Just like a nigga with money.
Which, in my opinion, he can come off, which I see where she coming from and saying that.
Well, she's not saying it from her, but she's saying that QB coach said
No. Yeah.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, in the context, like, she wrote this is her article, and granted, that's that QB coach. I know other QB coaches, GMs, owners, they're starting to say the same thing based on what he had to say at the Combine.
Yeah.
Which I even went back and I looked at, like, just about every clip of him in front of a microphone, and then also the stuff that he does with Berkey on Well Off Media. And I was just like, I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see what they're saying.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just like, everybody knows he's his father's prodigy. So the way he talking is really Deion talking. Deion installing that confidence about himself and the walk around and the fact that he did finish his collegiate career as one of them guys.
Yeah.
Now, granted, me and you've had this conversation. I've seen other people, podcasts or sports shows or whatever have you, TikTok, Instagram, all of that. They've all kind of said the same thing that me and you, like me and you've had, which is he's also a stat pattern. So it's like, yeah, your numbers are nice and they good, but we've also watched you like be annihilated for no reason other than to not throw the ball away, just to have a high QBR rate or a high completion. Completion percentage and all of that. And it's still just like, bro, or to have at the end of the game, I went 13 for 18 in this game, and it's just like.
Yeah, but you also took 4 sacks that could have been avoided if you throw the ball away.
Yeah.
So it's like
there's also probably 21 points missing on the board that y'all could have had, but where a 3rd and 1 turned where a second and 1 turns into now 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
Because you were running backwards trying to make something out of nothing, and you took a sack instead of just throwing the ball away.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like
and even his pops started saying that too. Like, we throwing the ball away.
Yeah.
Throw the ball away. Stop taking these unnecessary sacks.
Stop taking the unnecessary sacks and unnecessary hits.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I feel like for him, that's Deion being a father, because it's just like, bro, you only gonna watch your kid get beat up so much before you start like, hey man, you cool?
Yeah. But teams look at that too though, because teams are gonna be like, take too many hits.
Yeah, remember we've talked about that before. Like, how's he gonna adjust in the NFL when he's taking hits like that, and then sports analysts are talking shit about an offensive line who didn't have a problem the year before he got to wherever he's going. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they may have struggled a little bit, but like even the year before he got there were not that many sacks that they had given up.
Yeah.
Whereas he coming in now and he's gonna take a team that probably finished the year with, just to be nice, 10 sacks. Whereas now he's coming in and they do one whole year. And 1 year they went from 10 to like 25 sacks because he refuses to throw the ball away.
Yeah, it's almost like because when you tell people who don't watch football, when you tell people that he holds onto the ball too long, and okay, it's almost like this: when a sack happens, it's not a reflection. 9 times out of 10, they don't look at it as, oh, it's the QB's fault. They look at offensive line. Like if you just look at a blanket, yo, this quarterback was sacked 7 times in this game. Damn, offensive line got destroyed.
Yeah.
But if you really look into it, like, yeah, he got sacked 7 times, but 3 of those times that he got sacked, he held the ball too long.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch the game, if you understand the game, you understand that, right? But most people look at the stats, 7 sacks, offensive line trash. An offensive line might be bad, but they look worse when the quarterback holds the ball way too long. It's almost like, so you got to explain to people that maybe they watch basketball, be like, Kevin Durant, prime example. Kevin Durant is a stat protector. I won't say he's he cheats the game, but if you throw the ball to KD and it's 1 second on the clock, it's going into halftime, and you throw it to him behind the half court line, he's not shooting that half court shot.
Yeah.
Why? It's gonna fuck up my percentage, right? That's just how guys look at it. Like, it's gonna fuck up my percentage, right? But if you shoot that and you hit it,
it'll help.
It helps. You know what I mean? But guys won't take that shot because they're worried about fucking up their percentage. Same shit with Shador. Shador won't throw that pass in a tight situation, or he won't throw that pass if he doesn't really see anything, somebody wide open. He'll just take a sack because, all right, cool, I take a sack. It's not going to really fall on me. It's going to fall on my offensive line. Where if I throw an incomplete pass, I throw it out of bounds, I throw it away, it's an incomplete pass. Now my completion percentage goes from 75 to 69. It's a different conversation. You know what I mean? So, but we watch enough football to understand that, and these scouts and these NFL executives, they watch enough football to understand, like, hey, that's the nuances. And I do think that's what's playing a part in the separation of him and Cam. Because they look at Cam, I'm slinging that motherfucker. If I got to throw it out of bounds, I throw it out of bounds. If I got to get out of dodge, I'm going to get out of dodge. But I'm not, like, Cam's not playing the game thinking about his stats first. Cam's playing the game trying to get the W first. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Shador isn't trying to win, but he wants to win and make sure that he wins a certain way and wants to look a certain way. I understand that, but yes, the public isn't going to realize that, but the people who are watching the game, has to dissect your game, they're going to be able to pinpoint that. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be able to pinpoint, hey, that defensive end, he lacks motor. He takes a lot of plays off. When he's on his game, when he's doing his shit, hell of a ball player. But I can point out 7 plays a game where he's not even trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but to the naked eye, a person can be like, yo, he's amazing, he's great. Yeah, he is. Lacks motor though. What do you mean? He lacks motor though. Watch. I can show you the plays where he takes off. I can show you the plays where he's not in the right position. I can show you this stuff, like, because it's my job to dissect. Because once you get to this level, you get to NFL level, everybody who's at your position within 1 to 7 or maybe even 10, depending on which position, it's not that much of a gap between everybody. Now, the one at the one, whoever is at top, he might just be generational, cool. But then that 2 through 9, 2 through 10, it's all about nitpicking.
Yeah.
It's all going to come down to taking plays off, finishing plays, finishing drives, doing this, doing that, the intangibles. And I think that's what's kind of hurting Shador. Like, yeah, his arrogant shit, that's whatever. That's you want your quarterback to be confident. Nobody had a problem when Josh Rosen was confident. Nobody had a problem with Baker Mayfield being confident.
Bro's a dog to me.
No, he is.
I think
He is a dog.
Definitely a dog. He's an animal on that field, but I just think his decision making is kind of out there.
I'm of the belief that I'm in favor of him falling in the draft. I'm in favor because watching him these last 2 years, he does need a relatively good offensive line. Like, he can't go to a team that has a bad offensive line. Yeah. Most of these teams that are picking early in the draft have a bad offensive line. Mm-hmm. That's a part of you being a bad team. You don't have anybody up front. So
I think Cam talking about that.
So yeah, I'm in favor of him maybe falling to the teens. I'm in favor of him maybe falling to the 20s. Now, do I think he will? Probably not. I don't think he gets out of the top 10 if the Jets or the Raiders or the Giants are looking to get a quarterback after Cam Ward goes to the Browns. I just think Cam's going to the Browns. But yeah, if depending on if the Titans take Cam Ward first, that changes a lot. Because now we have teams like Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland wants Shador. I don't think Shador wants to go to Cleveland. I don't think Deion wants Shador in Cleveland. So that's a no. Will the Raiders take him? It depends what they do in free agency.
Yeah.
Will the Jets take him? It depends what they do in free agency. Will the Giants take him? It depends what they do in free agency, right? So free agency is going to dictate a lot of what goes on in these first 10 picks because it's about 2 to 3 teams that are looking for quarterbacks, but they're also looking for bridge guys because they're not sold on this class.
Yeah.
You talk to some guys, they'll tell you the quarterbacks are, it goes Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, then Shador. Some people got Shador 2, some people got Shador 3, right? Jackson Dart is more so of an NFL-style quarterback in today's game. Not saying that Shador is not, but they prefer your quarterback to be mobile now.
Yeah.
You look around, most quarterbacks have some form of mobility, the ability to escape, get out of trouble. Like Joe Burrow's not the most athletic guy, but he can move. Joe Burrow fucking around if you let him, he'll break off a 30-yard run on your ass. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I think his longest is like 45, 50.
Like yeah, he can. Not saying it's common.
Yeah.
He ain't no Lamar Jackson. But shit, if you let me give me space, I'll take off.
That's with a blown knee.
Yeah, you feel me? So like, and I'm not saying that Shador is incapable of that. Shador's
not breaking. He's not going to score no 45-yard touchdown.
No, he's not. But I'm saying athletically, like his mobile ability, I would put it in the range of a Joe Burrow. It's around there, give or take. Excuse me, maybe a little bit slower. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's not a knock. He's not no damn Kirk Cousins. He's not no goddamn Eli Manning. He's just a statue. He can't move at all. Nah, Shador can move. But he's also not the most mobile. So you do have to protect him. You know what I mean? Like Cam, you can get away with Cam and having a relatively bad or mediocre offensive line because Cam can move. It's just like Jaden Daniels in goddamn Washington. Like, that's not the best offense. It's not a bad offensive line in Washington. But you can get away with certain shit when your quarterback is an athlete. It's like, yeah, our offensive line might not be able to hold up like that, but he can make plays. Mm-hmm. He can get out of there. He can run. Caleb Williams, he can run. He can get out of there. Like, we can fix our offensive line down the line, whereas somebody like a Shador, it's like, bruh, I'm a statue, relatively. You know what I'm saying? Not legit, but yeah, I'm not Lamar. I'm not Cam Ward. I'm not these guys. Like most of these defensive linemen are probably faster than me on this field.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not outrunning these guys. Yeah. They will catch me. And these ain't college niggas.
And I also feel like, you feel me, he'll get his. Does he have the right to back up, to talk the way he's talking? A little bit.
I say yes. No, the reason why I
but that's also, I think, I say a little bit, for me, it's kind of like an 80-20. Like 80% of it is his confidence, which is probably not even fair, but I'm just using this as an analogy. I feel like it's an 80-20 thing where like 80% of it is just straight confidence and 20% of it is his game.
Yeah.
Of course, do I think that's his actual average or what? No, I don't. If I had to really, I would probably say it's more like a 60-40. 60% confidence, 40% game. And that's just his ability to just go do what he's got to do.
Yeah.
We have seen the moments where he's gone what he likes to call Brady mode and make shit happen. And you know what I'm saying? We talked his very first year, can he drop it in the bucket? I think last year he proved that he could make those type of passes and drop passes down in the bucket. I mean, hell, we saw a Hail Mary at the end of the game in the rain,
Yeah. No,
falling
he's
out of
accurate.
bounds, taking a
He's
hit,
accurate. He's
and
accurate.
put the ball exactly where nobody was. And LeJontay just, good thing he had eyes, and the fact that it was raining, he could see that ball in the dark.
Yeah, it was good hand-eye
Coming through the
coordination,
sky.
good ball
Just,
placement.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Great
don't-
ball placement,
I don't
great
think you
play
can.
design
I don't think you
or
can
whatever.
question his arm talent. Like
Yeah.
maybe the power, but his ability to place the ball, accuracy, ability to get the ball there fast. I don't think you can question that.
Yeah.
What you can question is his overall talent. What you can
Yeah, I've never
question
seen
is
him overthrow anybody. Most of the time, it's always underthrown.
type shit. Yeah. Which it happens. That happens. But I'm saying like you can't. So like when they're so it's almost like for them, he has the most important things that you need as a quarterback, right? So that's why I think that they are attacking his quote unquote his character, and I think a lot of them it comes back to the media and to some of these execs. They don't like his daddy, bro. So
Yeah.
it's like his daddy was the same person. His daddy's the same one who walked into a fucking draft interview. I think it was with the Giants back when he was about to get drafted, and the Giants was like, "Hey, we need you to take this test." And Deion said, "What I got to take a test for? Like, y'all got the like, I'm playing football. What the fuck?" And they was like, "Well, we make all of our, all of our interviewees and all our draft prospects take a test." Deion asked them where y'all drafting at. They said we drafting about 15. He said, "Oh, I ain't gonna be there. Don't worry about it." Walked out.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be. By the time I get to y'all, the draft gets to y'all, I ain't gonna be there. So I'm gone. I ain't taking this test. I'm out. You know what I mean? Like most people wouldn't think about doing that. They was, oh, okay, I'll take the test. Even if I'm gonna be there or not, they're gonna take the test because they feel like we're supposed to play ball. Like this is playing the game. And I think that's what these execs I feel like with Shador, like, oh, we don't feel like he's willing to play the game.
I think it makes it also bad too because it's like social media plays such a big factor, and the fact that they document everything that they doing, or I guess it's safe to say they do document everything that they doing.
do.
It just depends on whether Bucky's gonna post that shit or not.
Yeah.
But I feel like Bucky is in his genius in my opinion because at the end of the day, if they ever want to do a fucking biopic on themselves or whatever, Bucky can charge whoever however much because he's got all the footage.
That's true. He got everything, and
He's got everything from Little League. Well, probably not Little League because he was in college at SMU doing his thing.
Yeah.
But probably from
high school,
college, they freshman year.
Yeah.
Well, Shador's freshman year, all the way till now, today.
Yeah.
Speaking, March 4th.
Yeah.
Like he's got everything.
Yeah.
Every single day, every single practice, every single game, pregame, travel, lounging around, doing nothing,
kicking it,
whatever. He's got all types of footage. So I think it's that part, but I'm saying that to say, like with the Deion story, that was hearsay until Deion confirmed that he said it.
Yeah.
Everything that the Shador has said, we've watched it come out.
We're seeing it in real time. It's a different era. It's a definitely different era.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think that kind of like plays a factor too because it's like, and that's probably where the whole propaganda kind of comes into play as far as like ownership and stuff because it's like, oh, well, I don't like, owner says he doesn't like him and it's just kind of like, well, man, he just hating. Like, you feel me? He just hating on him. But then when fans see him talking like that, it's kind of like, oh, damn, He does seem a little brash.
Yeah.
He does seem a little arrogant. He does seem a little self-centered. You know what I'm saying?
But
But
that's
now you can
that's an athlete though,
what's
bro.
it called? You can forgive me.
Project.
Form your own opinion.
Yeah.
God dang.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to chill, bro. I've been saying god dang, like god damn. I don't even talk like that.
You say God or God?
Here lately, I've been saying God.
Yeah.
I
used to
normally
say
I
God.
say God.
Like yeah. Yeah. But no. But they're crazy. But no. But no, so like with this situation, bro, I think again, it's common. We see it all the time. We saw it when Lamar was coming out. Like the media was on his ass. Even goddamn Bill Polian. Was it Bill Polian or Bill? I can't remember. I think it was Bill Polian. Was like he needs to switch to wide receiver. It's always a conversation with the black quarterbacks. It's never a conversation for the white quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never an issue when the white quarterbacks do it. When the white quarterbacks do it, they're confident. They're showing that they can be leader of men. When the black quarterback's doing it, it's like we don't like the culture of that. I mean, come on now. Only time that they ever use culture is when it refers to niggas. You know, and that's cold as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's cold as shit. Like that's like when that's almost like when Phil Jackson was talking about LeBron, and he said he wasn't a fan of LeBron and his posse. It's like, why are you calling his friends and business partners a posse? Like that's coded shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's, and I'm not saying Phil is on that type of time, but again, that's coded shit. Like that, like you're saying that because you really want to say something else. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, that's bogus. So when they talk like this, when they do this, I think I seen a video of Todd McShay talking about it. And he was just like, you know, like it's really unfair because they don't do this with other guys, and they're singling him out. And to Cam's defense, Cam Ward, I'm watching Cam. Cam's doing the best thing. I'm not saying anything because all this is doing is my stock is rising, and his Shador stock is teetering, falling, whatever it is. But at one point, whatever saying they didn't know who was going 1 or 2. Now it's like I seen one mock draft. They had Shador going in the 20s. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't think he's going to go that far. It could. I don't think, but it could. You know what I mean? And so it's like just because it's out there. You know, like if it's out there, that means it's a possibility of it. That means that people are talking. And if teams want to pass up on you and they feel like you're not that guy, then they just feel like you're not that guy. And would it be because they think he's too arrogant, too brash, too, you know, whatever? Possibly, you know, because teams, we have a running organization. We have a certain appeal that we want or that we're looking for, and it's not you. You know what I mean? So we're going to use the fact that you're too arrogant to say, nah, we're going to pass up on him. You know what I mean? Or we decided to go with a veteran quarterback because we're in the Arch Manning sweepstakes. And that's a whole nother conversation. Because nobody had a problem when the Mannings made sure Eli didn't go to San Diego and he went to New York. You know what I mean? Nobody had a problem with that. Nobody had a problem when Baker Mayfield was the most confident person on the top of the world and he went #1 overall. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had a problem when Josh Rosen was telling people, hey, all the teams that pass up on me are going to be upset because I'm going to be this guy and his bum ass is out the league in 3-4 years. Like, nobody had a problem when these white guys were doing it. But when it comes to the black dudes, it's like, stay in your place. Yeah. And that's bogus. And I'm happy. I'm happy that there are people in the media who are seeing what's going on, and they're like, bro, that's weak, that's bogus, because y'all not even really paying attention to what this young man is saying. Like, have a conversation with him, and you see how he speaks, and he understands like what he needs to work on. He also understands what he's good and what he's great at, and you can't fault him for walking into a situation like, hey, I know what I am, I know who I am, and it's like y'all want me to try to impress y'all at every single turn, and it's like, just turn on the tape. If my tape didn't impress you, then my tape didn't impress you. But I'm not about to come to these meetings and these interviews and fucking lick boots and kiss ass to impress y'all so y'all feel better about yourselves. Nah, I'm the prize. Yes, you will be thankful to have me on your team. I'm thankful to get drafted. No doubt about it. but you will also be thankful to have me be your franchise leading quarterback.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna walk around with the confidence and the brash attitude of a quarterback that can change your franchise. You know, don't you want me to have the mindset of I'm gonna come into the situation and change the franchise, or do you want me to walk in and being, being walking on eggshells and not being confident? Like, no.
Yeah.
Like the one thing, it's always easier to dial somebody back than to build them up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we can dial your attitude back a little bit. It's hard to give somebody confidence.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have it.
I think the league's changing to the point where like the vets kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
Whereas
from the quarterback position, yeah.
I feel like when we were younger, you didn't really hear about it because it was almost like vets is like, bro, you got to earn your spot. Not saying that vets today aren't gonna like make him really work and they want to see it, but I think some, depending on where he goes, they're gonna want that. They're gonna be appreciative of that type of like player coming in that has that type of mindset, because it's like, yeah, he's gonna earn his keep and he's gonna do everything, but we also, the reason why we have him on our team is because we were ass.
Yeah, we sucked.
So we need somebody to come in here and change the culture, change the narrative, change everything that he was saying. Like, if you don't want none of that, don't come get me.
Yeah.
The teams that he's probably going, wherever he's gonna land, is probably craving that. So it's kind of just like, bro, like, yeah.
The worst thing that could happen to the NFL is if he was to fall in the draft, and let's say he goes to a team. I'm trying to think of a team that doesn't have a quarterback, but they got a good weapons. Like, shit, I don't even know, bro. I'd have to look. But if he was to go to a team that is in a better situation than some of the teams drafted in the top 10, Minnesota, but they got JJ McCarthy. I don't know. See, Minnesota's in a weird spot. They got the Sam Darnold situation. Do you want to bring back Sam Darnold? The Saints don't have a good team, though. And I can see him going to New Orleans. New Orleans is looking for a quarterback for sure, but the Saints don't have like a good like roster. Like, I'm talking about like a team that has like, okay, so prime example, the Browns have a good roster. Browns, you give the Browns a competent quarterback, that's a good team. So like Cam going to the Cleveland Browns,
even the Jets, for real.
We do have a good roster. We do have a good roster, but we're picking top 10. And I actually do think that if he's there, I do think we take Shedeur. If he's there, I think we drafted 6. If I'm not mistaken, maybe 7. Yeah. I gotta look, but we do draft top 10. So I think if Shedeur is there, I do think we do take Shedeur, because why not? Like, we need a quarterback. Aaron's gone. We've already moved on from Aaron. You know what I mean? And so it's just a bunch of situations where
there's so many players.
It could be better. It's almost like with Lamar.
Free agency this year too.
It's almost like with Lamar. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a Lamar fan. You're a Lamar fan. I'm watching the draft that year, and I'm sitting there screaming at the TV like, why are they picking all these guys over Lamar? And Lamar fell to the Ravens, and it was a beautiful situation. Like, that was an organization and a team. Like, not saying they were win ready.
First round.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, not saying that they were win ready at the moment, but that was still a good, competent roster of football players. They were just missing the quarterback. You know what I mean? The coaching staff was still good. So it's like, if Shedeur falls into a similar situation like Lamar did, the league, I'm not saying the league in general could be in trouble, but yeah, I expect him to ball out. I mean, because imagine if Shedeur falls in the draft and he gets drafted by the Dolphins, and the Dolphins move on from Tua Tagovailoa because of health issues. We don't think he's
they would have won a Super Bowl with that roster they just had.
So it's like, that's what I'm saying. If he falls if he falls to a team like that has weapons, that has a scheme, that has a coaching staff, that has a coach, like, yeah, we could plug him in now and we're winning 10 games.
Yeah.
Minimum. You know what I mean? Now, will we win a bowl? Maybe not. Will we win our division? Maybe not. But we'll be a competitive team and we'll be in the playoffs. 10 wins, no less, immediately. Because that's how good that this roster is, and that's how good we can be if we have a competent quarterback. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. The draft is going to be interesting. I think a lot of this shit is going to pan out based off of what happens with free agency in between now and the draft in a couple weeks. Because again, with some of these quarterbacks, if they go to some of these teams in the first round, I just don't see them taking Shador. But we'll see. And I guess the next thing I really want to ask, matter of fact, bro, I think because we spoke about it earlier before we started recording. I asked you an interesting question. If you could go back to any historical moment in history,
Oh yeah.
yeah, what would it be?
I got two. Number one, I go back and watch a caveman like invent fire. I would. I would go back and watch a caveman like the first person that invented fire.
Yeah.
Like just to watch their mind just
Yeah, watch.
Like, bro, to me that would be the funniest shit ever.
Soon as the fire starts, you start talking. What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know English?
And this is going back where like I can see, but they can't see me seeing it.
Yeah, type shit. I call it.
That's the scenario I had. And then the second one would be to be at the first basketball game where alley-oop was thrown. That shit would be funny. I think just to watch, like, it would be funny to watch the crowd. Like, I feel like it would probably be like split. Like, some people would be like, "Oh my god," and then some people would be like, "What the?
Is that legal?"
Yeah, like in the movie Travis Thunder, bro.
Is that
like when he had the dream?
legal? What the fuck?
He was like, "Man, I went to heaven and I saw my mom and she told me about the alley oop," and they was just like, "What is that?" And then the first play of the game, bro, did it, and he was like, "Travel." He was like, "It wasn't. He didn't have the ball. He
double dribble."
He was like, "Double foul." He was just making up shit because it had never been seen before.
Yeah.
So I just like ever since I seen that movie, it's always made me think about like the first time that was ever done in a game.
Yeah.
Whether it be in a real game or it be in pickup basketball, I just want to be there for the very first one ever.
Yeah.
Okay. The only thing that would piss me off is if I got there and it was like happening in the backyard or something.
It might have.
And it's only two people.
The first time that shit happened probably happened when nobody seen it. And it was like, oh.
That's the only thing that would piss me off. Because I'd just be like, damn, I thought in my head I envisioned like a lot of people
witness that shit. Yeah, crowd. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I really wouldn't want to go back, civil rights.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That.
I'm cool. I'm cool off the German Shepherds in the water.
I'm cool on assassinations.
I'm not gonna lie. Now listen, wait. I've thought about the question because the question
I would probably go back and watch the Berlin Wall fall. That would be dope.
Nah, maybe. So if I could go back, you did too. I guess if I think it too. Now I want to be serious because initially when the question was asked to me the other day, my first response just naturally was like, I want to go back and watch T-Mac score 60. I'm sorry. Like I just you want to see Kobe score 81?
No.
What?
I want to see Jesus like feed 5,000 people off 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. That would be crazy. That'd be another moment.
So he was feeding people scales.
No.
You get a scale. You get a scale.
No.
5,000 people off 2 fish.
5 loaves of bread.
How big was the fish? The size of my hand?
Nah, see, the concept is you can come to Jesus with the bare minimum, and him being the multiplier that he is, he'll sufficiently multiply whatever you bring him. That's the whole story in a nutshell.
Intriguing. I didn't know this.
Yeah, so Jesus was performing miracles. Everybody came back.
Yeah, I know. Water to wine.
No,
was it wine?
I mean,
wine to water?
Yeah, he did turn water into wine, but that was his first miracle.
Yeah. Then he
did that at a wedding.
Then he got married pregnant.
No, stop playing.
No. I'm being serious.
No,
I'm being dead ass.
he never got anybody pregnant.
So how did she get pregnant?
Who?
Mary.
His mother?
Yes. Yeah, how did Mary get pregnant?
She got pregnant through the Holy Spirit.
It's not a miracle?
It was. Ooh. I never thought about it like that.
That's a miracle.
It was a miracle, but it was also like preordained. Like the angel came down to heaven, spoke to Mary, and was just like,
Baby.
Yes. Pretty
Bun in the oven. My job is done.
Yeah.
See you later.
See it. She was, and you know what I'm saying? But at the time, she was also married.
And Joe was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and Joe's like, now I don't even think they were married yet. They may have been, but yeah. Then she had to go explain that to Joe. I just saw an angel came and told me I'm gonna get pregnant.
You think I'm
but
supposed
like
to believe
me and
this?
you ain't even done nothing yet, and he's just like, let you turn up pregnant. But that's all I got to say.
Yo, boy, I'm supposed to believe a nigga from Sky came down here.
Yeah.
He spoke to you. Now you pregnant.
Yeah. So I mean, she turns up pregnant, just like the angel told her
Yeah.
it was gonna happen, and then from there, we get Jesus. Jesus is, you know what I'm saying? He's growing up. They had the baby in the manger and stuff. But then fast forward, his first miracle was turning water into wine, and then from there he just kept doing more miracles, and then also fulfilling prophecies that the Old Testament spoke about and everything before he had come. Also telling parables and stuff. But to go back and witness like the 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread, something like that, like to see Jesus do one of those miracles, I think that would be crazy to witness.
That wouldn't be.
And to
Yeah,
watch.
that'd be,
think that would be.
that'd be cool.
That would
If I had to choose,
because they just grabbed a little random kid who had been fishing,
Yeah.
and they was like, "What you got in your basket?" And he was just like, 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread.
yeah,
And Jesus was like, "It's more than enough. Bring it over here." Blessed it. Then from there, boom, just start feeding everybody. Fed
Yeah.
5,000 people. And just when they thinking they about to run out, he just keeps digging in the basket, bro, and keep bringing more food out.
yeah. Damn. Let me think. So if I had to choose two, I do think there are some cool ones. So like, I would like to go back to the dinosaurs, like to see if that was real.
Yeah.
To see, well, I guess they are real because we have fossils. But I want to see.
We don't know who put those bones there.
Not, you know what I'm saying, and not so there is.
And you don't really hear about bones and stuff being found anymore.
There is a theory about what really happened to the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
All right, so it was not an asteroid. It's dragons. Okay,
It was what?
dragons. Listen,
DRAGON?
yes, like
S?
yes, like Game of Thrones, dragons, right? So dragons came from the depths of hell, center of Earth, and they burned all the dinosaurs. Okay, all the dinosaurs, they burned the ashes. The ashes clouded up the atmosphere, created the Ice Age, allegedly. Okay. Some people say asteroid. I'm of the belief if an asteroid big enough to hit Earth could cause a dust up to block out the sun enough to cause Ice Age, I would imagine that Earth would have probably blew the fuck up. Okay. All right. So I'm under the impression we wouldn't be here if the asteroid took out the dinosaurs. I like the dragon story a little bit better. Sounds a little bit more believable. Like, hey, we got these flags.
I've always thought
Look at these niggas down here. Blow this shit up. You know what I mean? Like,
remember that Disney movie Dinosaurs?
yeah, Littlefoot and Petrie.
No, that's called Land Before Time.
That's right.
But I love those.
Good joint. First one was good. Second was
Love
cool.
those
After that, he started reaching. But yes,
Sarah, her little
yeah.
arrogant ass.
What was Spike?
Spike and his non-talking ass. Spike had a little bit of that.
Yeah, more than that.
I think he had a little
He
taste.
might have been.
Okay. It was crazy for both of us to say what we just said. Honestly. I'm not even going to judge you all saying because I had no business saying that.
He was full of that shit.
Yeah. Sarah was just arrogant.
Yeah.
But low-key in love with Littlefoot, but could never let him know that. Petrie, his scary ass.
Oh yeah, Petrie was funny. Littlefoot, you can't do that, Littlefoot. But no, I would definitely go back.
Chopper.
I would go back to the dinosaurs just to see which one it really, if it was the asteroid or if it was the dragons. Who knows? It might have just been none of this. Could have just been a nigga just died. Yeah. That'd be cool. I still do want to go back and see T-Mac drop 60. That would also be awesome. Because again, like I was in middle school and I watched this girl in middle school basketball. I watched her drop 50. The team had 55 points and she had 50. Like I watched, and that was invigorating in middle school. Like I'm in middle school, I'm in the stands, like yo, Nisi going crazy, right? So I can imagine watching a professional basketball player. I can imagine watching a professional, my favorite basketball player, drop 60. So that'd be cool. But another serious one, go back in time. I would probably like to see, believe it or not, bruh. It's gonna sound kind of bad, but the JFK. I want to see what really fucking happened.
Too much.
Now, I just want to see what really happened, bro. Like shit like that is always like I want to know the truth. Like again, cool. They tell us this, they show us this, whatever. I want to know literally. I want to see literally what really happened. Like, was he really assassinated? Was it the Secret Service?
I was about to say, you see the new clip where they was showing
Yeah,
like,
so
the driver of the Secret Service with the gun, and he was like, "Bah!"
But look, it's 2025.
Back in his arm.
It's 2025. That could have been A fucking I.
That's
Could have been Allen Iverson. We don't know.
You think celebrities are starting to like be mad about that?
I would be too.
Cause
bro, I just watched the POV of Kanye West living out his day, and it was AI.
Yeah, and then there was something else. They did that whole clip talking about like Donald Trump, and they had on like the hate Donald Trump. It was like Scarlett Johansson, It was Adrian Brody, Jimmy Fallon, and all of them had on the same T-shirt, and they were talking and talking. They was like talking bad on
about
Trump, and then they all came out and was like, "I don't know what that is, but that's not me."
Yeah.
And this AI thing is starting to get a little out of hand because that's too close to being moving like me, sounding like me, everything. And if y'all can do stuff like that, which also goes back to like how many used to joke about like the Secret Service and them having the ability to put people in places that they really weren't.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, to me, that system is just now becoming public.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that's always been a thing because you hear so much stories and stuff, but you can finish what you're saying because that'll take me in a whole nother direction.
No, but no, for real. I want to go back. Like I want to go back and see. Like I would want to go back and see like Genghis Khan, like going through and doing what he was doing to Great Wall of China. Like it's just shit like that. Like I want to see. Like not saying like not saying I want to see it on some like I want to see like the violence and shit, but like I want to see like bro, like how was people really getting down? Like bro, bro, how were they really conquering these lands and these like bro? I want to go back to with Christopher Columbus. Well, I know he didn't find the Indians, Native Americans, but I want to go. I want to see. I want to see what the fuck really happened, bro.
Tell them Indians shoot that nigga.
Yeah, like I want to see like bro, did they pull up, introduce them to some guns and rape pillage? I want to see like bro, what is the true like what's the true story about Pocahontas? Like bro, all this shit. Like I'm not a history buff. I'm not a person like I love history, but it's certain stuff that like I've came across where I'm like, bro, I really want to know what happened because there's contradicting stories about what did or didn't happen.
Yeah.
Depending on what book you read, who wrote it, when it was wrote, like what really happened. You know what I mean? Like was there really a medieval time where we did have dragons? Was there really a time where goddamn what they said, the alien Area 51, like bro, what is really the real? You know what I mean? So
that would be
any historical event where it has question marks around it would intrigue me to go back to and see. You know what I'm saying? Outside of course, you know, going back and watching my favorite basketball player drop 60 points. Or maybe go back in time and watch Barry Sanders live. Like I think that'd be something cool. Like the way that they talk about Barry Sanders being that guy, like that's something I want to see. Matter of fact, I want to go back in time to watch Bo Jackson throw them 2 rocks and kill them pigs. That's what I want to do. I want to go back. They said Bo Jackson jumped over a 60-foot ditch.
And killed pigs?
He killed 2 pigs. He threw 1 rock and killed 2 pigs.
And while jumping over a 60-foot ditch?
Then he jumped over a 60-foot ditch.
To get away?
No, for fun.
What did he kill the pigs with?
A rock. He threw it and it killed both.
As a matter of fact,
That's what I want. I want the folklore shit. I want to go back. I want to see Wilt score 100 points. Because I don't think that nigga did it.
Tough.
I don't think Wilt scored 100 points. That's what I want.
Who said that?
Melo.
Melo.
I don't think Wilt scored 100 points, bro. I've been saying this for
I think
long, bro.
Melo claims he saw footage of that game.
Ain't no footage.
And I was like, bro,
ain't no footage. Ain't no footage, bro. They got footage.
If that was the case, the footage would be available to everybody.
They got, bro. I just seen the other day, bro. They have restored.
Granted, I don't think it would be hard for Wilt. Like
no, for sure. I'm not saying it was impossible. I just don't think the nigga did it.
He was like.
He was averaging 50. Like I'm not saying it's impossible. I just don't think he did it, bro. They have restored footage of a female baseball league from way back. It was black and white. They restored it and it's in color now. It's in 4K. So you can do all this,
bro. They got footage of
everything.
Russell.
They got footage of Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain arguing after again, bro. They got footage of everything. And I'm talking about footage of stuff before his 100-point game happened and after. But there's no footage of his. Only thing we got is some holding up the piece of paper that says 100.
We don't even know if that's real.
We don't have no footage of nothing else, bro. So that is the historical event that I want to go back to. I want to go back to the day Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points. And you know what? If we had the ability to go back to historical moments, we wouldn't be able to go back to that moment because it didn't fucking happen. Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't think it happened.
Tell her how T.I. is, my brother. I'm sorry, bro. I'm about it.
But no, not for you. But that's all we got, man. What you got to, that needs to relax, per usual.
It's the same one from last week, bro. Except now this week, we really ain't got no team.
Kyrie is bad. I think you know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy? I've seen this before. I've seen this play out. I'm gonna say it here. I'm gonna say it first. I know some people might be saying the same thing. So the Knicks own y'all draft pick, first round, unless it is a top 10 pick. So if it's anything after 10, the Knicks get that pick. Anything in the first 10 picks, y'all get to keep that. I'm of the belief, don't quote me, but I'm of the belief, y'all go ahead and shut down AD for the rest of the year. There's no need for him to play. It's over with.
He's not going to come play.
Season's over with, right? Shut him down. I'm also not opposed to possibly trading AD in the summer because go ahead and get something for him, which you can get a lot for AD still. He's only 31. Get something from him. Ideally, maybe send him somewhere like Chicago, send him back home. I don't know. Send him back home to Chicago, maybe. But even if they don't move off from AD, I'm of the belief that the NBA will make sure that the Dallas Mavericks have a top 3 draft pick this year. Y'all will either be drafting Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, or Ace Bailey. Or VJ Agumake from Baylor.
Good.
Because we've seen the NFL reward franchises for stuff. Like, Luka going to the Lakers wasn't just about Dallas and the Lakers. This is about the NBA. The NBA is trying to fix their ratings. The NBA is trying to fix their product. The NBA is trying to bring back teams and rivalries. Like, the Boston Celtics are back. The Lakers are they were teetering. Now you have a 25-year-old Luka to go up against a 26, 27-year-old Jason Tatum for the next 5, 6, 7 years, potentially. We could potentially get a Boston versus Lakers finals, if not this year, maybe next year or the year after that. So what I'm saying is, y'all were just a part of that, right? Y'all were just a part of the bigger picture. And y'all will benefit off that because now with Kyrie getting hurt, I love Kyrie. I don't think y'all give Kyrie the max when his contract is coming up soon. So y'all save money on that. Y'all move on from AD. Y'all get assets for AD. Y'all can maybe move on from Kyrie next year or whatever, get some assets for Kyrie. But y'all will have a top 10, I believe a top 3 draft pick. And y'all will be getting one of the best 3 prospects in this draft, either Cooper, Dylan, Ace, or VJ. Y'all will get one of them. In my opinion. that's what's going to happen. I think, honestly, to go even further, if I look deeper into this draft, I think that the top 3 picks for the draft next year or this season will be the Spurs, the Mavericks, and the bum-ass Wizards. Those will be the top 3 picks. And I think that if it's those 3, the Wizards will be pick number 3 because it's the Wizards. We're not going to let y'all get Cooper. And we're going to give Dallas a better position than we give y'all. And if Dallas has that number 2 pick, they're going to take Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper replaces Kyrie and Luke. He's a guard. He's an NBA guard. He fits the mold. Why not?
We'll see, bro.
We will see. We will see. I'm just saying, don't think all is lost because things, yeah. I think in a year or 2, y'all will be back to being the Dallas Mavericks and y'all will be in the playoff team. Y'all will be a good franchise. I just think that y'all were used to help restore the energy that the NBA's been missing. And it's the Lakers. It's the Lakers and Luka. The Lakers haven't had a franchise player in their prime since Kobe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it just sucks, bro.
It sucks.
Man, dude.
It sucks. It sucks.
It just gets to a point, dude. Like, damn.
What more do you want from me?
My Shayla, my Mavericks.
I don't think I got anything to gotta relax, bro. I don't think shit. Yeah, I don't got nothing to gotta relax. I think that's pretty much it. But all in all, been another good episode of the You Gotta Relax podcast. I think we're gonna get up out of here, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share.
Tell your mama to tell your mama's friend to tell
You know what I'm saying? Just show love. It's easy to show love, man. It don't cost nothing to show love, man. Show love and yeah, we out. Peace.